part 0 equals nil. So now we're going to move the gun from our waist to our hand. So then we're going to set the gun C-frame equals right hand dot C-frame times C-frame, times C-frame dot new 0, negative 0.4, negative 0.3 times C-frame dot angles 0 math.rad 180, and then math.rad 180 again. So that's going to rotate the gun so it's properly in our hand. I already did the math beforehand as usual, so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me mess around with C-frame for 3 hours. Then we're going to reset the weld again and weld it to the right hand. Okay, and then after we draw the gun, we are going to wait half a second before we are doing anything else, so we don't pull it out and immediately start shooting. We want a little bit of delay for realism. Okay, so I know that function was a blast to do. You're gonna love the next one, which is putting the gun away. So function holster gun. If gun holstered equals to false, then gun holstered equals true. Okay, so that Boolean check there is just so we don't run this function like multiple times and mess up anything. It's a simple way of doing it. So now we will play the unequipped sound. And then we are going to set the gun weld again. So part 0 equals nil, so we can move it. And then we will set the gun C-frame equals myroot.cframe times C-frame dot new 1 negative 1 0. That's too far there. Okay, times C-frame dot angles 0 math.rad 180, and then math.rad 180 again. Okay, so that's gonna put it back on our waist. Now we will set the gun weld part 0 back to my root so it stays connected to our hip as we walk around. Okay, and then we need to fix our right arm so it moves when we walk right now. So we need to unweld everything and reset the motors essentially. So I'm just going to be lazy. We're going to copy this and we're going to paste. And then we were going to delete all of this C-frame junk out of here. And all we have to do is reverse this essentially. So we want to activate the motors again, and we want to put the welds on standby again so they don't interfere with each other, because we can only have one going at a time. So just go ahead and switch these variables around, and that should that'll make everything work again with his arm. Okay, so now that we have these functions set up, let's go ahead and test it out. So down here in the main function, we will do if my check. What is that shit called? Find distance from torso. Target is greater than 30. Then we will draw our gun. If we are closer than 30 studs, then we will holster our gun. So if we get too close, then we don't want to shoot our gun anymore, then we want to beat him with a baton. So let's go ahead and test this out real quick. Let's see. Okay, so once he gets in a direct line of sight from the criminal, he should draw his gun. Should draw his gun. Why aren't you drawing your gun? Are you drawing your gun? I don't think so. Is it because you're too close? If it's greater than 30, how about if it's greater than 10, then draw your gun. Good. Can it work now? We might have the booleans set incorrectly. Yeah, that's super weird. Why isn't his gun doing anything? So, draw a gun if gun holstered equals to false. Oh, I got this backwards. Yeah, of course. If gun holstered is true, then draw a gun. Then the gun is unholstered, so gun holstered is false. Did I get this backwards here? If gun holstered is false, then true. Okay, so I got it right the second time, but I messed it up the first time. So let's go ahead and run this again. See if he pulls out his gun. Okay, you could hear it. So there, now you can see his arm is welded. He's got the gun in his hand. He put it away, and then his arm went back to normal there. So we can verify that that is working. That's probably the worst part of this script, is getting that gun to actually get like that. It took me a while to figure that out, but I got it working pretty well. So let's move on here. Let's see, what is the next thing we want to do? The next thing we want to do... Yeah, I guess let's make him actually use the gun now. So let's go ahead and jump into that. So we will set up the aim function. So function aim target. And then we will do aimer weld dot part 1 is nil. Okay, so we're setting it to nil so we can move the part. And then we're going to do aimer dot cframe equals cframe dot new. Aimer dot position. And then the guy we're looking at position is going to be target dot position minus vector3 dot new 0 3 divided by find distance from torso target and then 0. Okay, so that should be good. So this will have the aimer piece actually point at the target. The gun is a little bit off, like it's a little bit further forward, so we have to aim a little bit lower. So based on how far away we are from the target, so the further away from the target we are, the higher up we're going to aim is essentially what that does. Let's not read too much into that. Let's just continue here. So then after we do that, we are going to set the weld again, part 1 equals to upper torso. Okay, so this is going to unset the weld, quickly move the part into the proper position, and then reset the weld all instantly. So it's going to be very smooth. Okay, let's go ahead and set up the next function here. So we will do the reload function now. So when we reload, we will have a magazine drop out of the bottom of the gun. So we'll do local m equals instance new part, and then that part parent will be script.parent m.size equals vector3.new 0.1 0.2 1 as a good size for the magazine, and then m.cframe equals gun.cframe, then m.brickcolor equals brickcolor.new black. Okay, black magazine comes out of there, and then we will play the reload sound. Good. And then we are going to do some lerping in here with our arm. So we do for I equals 0. 1 as the goal, 0.02 as the increment due, and then we'll set a quick wait in there. Okay, so then we're going to do right shoulder weld part 1 is nil. And then we're going to do right upper arm dot cframe equals right upper arm dot cframe lerp my root dot cframe times cframe dot new 0.50 times cframe dot angles math.rad 90 math.rad 25 then math.rad negative 45 then close parentheses close comma I. Okay, so I don't really want to break down what lerping does, but this is basically going to make our arm slowly slide into this new C-frame, which is just going to make our arm like point downwards in front of us like the guy's reloading the gun. So that's all this does. And I know it looks complicated, but it's not too bad. It's just a lot of C-framing garbage I figured out off screen. So then we're going to reset the shoulder weld dot part 1 equals to right upper arm. So it's that same trick we did, you know, just unweld the part, move it, re-weld it real quick so everything sticks together and moves around decently like a human should. Now we will do right shoulder weld dot part 1 equals nil. Then do right upper arm dot C-frame equals aimer dot C-frame times C-frame dot angles dot math dot rad 90 0 0. Okay, and then we're gonna do right shoulder weld dot part 1 equals right upper arm. So again, that's moving our right upper arm back into position after we're done reloading back to the aimer C-frame again, so we can aim the gun properly and have it look pretty decent. Next, we're going to do the shoot function. So let's not go ahead and destroy our script there. So do function shoot at target. And we'll do if gun cool is equal to true. Then continue. And then if it does continue, then the gun is not cool anymore because we're shooting. And then we'll do fire sound play. So just play that shooting sound. And then we're going to do that that welding hack again. So right upper arm, no, sorry, right shoulder weld, not part 1 is nil. And then right upper arm dot C-frame equals aimer dot C-frame times C-frame dot angles math dot rad 95 0 0. Okay, and then right shoulder weld again part 1 equals right upper arm. Okay, so that is going to give us some recoil when we shoot, so it's going to rotate our arm like 5 degrees up, so it's like the gun's got a little bit of kickback to it, so it's a little bit of realism for it. Next we'll do a muzzle flash, so we'll do instance dot new point light, parent will be gun, flash dot brightness equals 1, flash dot color equals color 3 dot new 255 145 49, and then flash dot range equals 8, then flash dot shadows equals true, and then we will delete the flash pretty quick here. So game get service debris, add item, flash, and we'll have it there for like 1/10 of a second. So, you know, a blink of an eye, and then our flash is gone. So that should look pretty good. Next, we'll actually create the bullet. So local B equals instance dot new part, and the part parent will be script dot parent. B dot can collide is false. B dot C-frame equals gun dot C-frame times nothing. So we'll just have it spawn directly in the gun. And then we will set the B dot size to be vector3 dot new 0.1, 0.5, 0.1. Okay, small bullet. And then B dot brick color equals brick color dot new gold. Gold, brass looking bullet. And then we'll do B dot material equals enum dot material dot neon. Have it a pretty bright looking bullet. And then we will set the velocity to the bullet. So B velocity equals aimer dot C-frame dot look vector. So whatever direction the aimer is facing is what direction the bullet is going to fly. And then we will set the speed based on how far we are from the target. And then we'll times it by 10. So if we're closer, the bullet's going to go slower. If we're further, the bullet's going to go faster. I do this because if you have the bullet going too fast at all times, sometimes it goes through the enemy and does not do damage. So this is like a safety precaution kind of thing. Now we will do a function in here, touch function. So we'll do bullet touched equals b dot touched connect function with object in there. So whenever B is touched, object is going to be whatever the bullet is touching. So we'll do local human equals object dot parent find first child humanoid, and we'll do if human, then human take damage 25 damage. Sounds pretty good. You can change that if you want to, it doesn't matter. And then after the bullet touches anything, then we're going to disconnect the bullet touched function so it doesn't fire multiple times. We only want it to do damage one time. Then we're gonna do game get service debris, add item bullet with a 0-second delay. So as soon as it touches something, then it's going to be instantly deleted. And then this disconnecting the touch function is good because sometimes it'll touch multiple times even if you delete it with a 0-second delay. So better safe than sorry there. Let's continue on with the script. We'll do game get service debris, add item bullet with a 5-second delay. So if it doesn't touch anything for 5 seconds, we're just going to have the bullet be deleted either way. And we'll put wait in here. So then we're going to copy this shoulder weld thing up here, this kickback. After we wait, less than half of a second, then we'll go ahead and return our arm, back to the original position, and it'll just be a small little kickback thing. Next we need to do if magazine is greater than 0, then we will spawn function wait 0.3 gun cool equals true end. Okay, so that's going to be our gun cooldown. We'll do else. So if we are out of bullets, if magazine is equal to 0, then we will reload. And we will set the gun cool is equal to true after we're done reloading. And we will set the magazine back to 15 after we're done reloading. So that's all good for the shoot function. Let's go ahead and plug this into our main logic here, and we will just have them shoot the target after he draws the gun. So let's see if our police can engage the enemy with our small arms. So you can see he's ignoring the figures. Ooh. Why did he do that? I think I know why. Because we forgot the aim. We gotta aim at the target, bro. So we aim at the target, then we shoot the target. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Okay, so already I can tell I've made a mistake in this bullet touched. Bullet touch. We need to make sure that the bullet is not touching us. So we'll do if not object is descendant. Descendant of script.parent, then continue. Okay, so we just want to ensure that the bullet is not touching us because we are not going to shoot ourselves. So let's continue here. And you see, oh, there we go. All right, as you can see, he engages the criminal very efficiently there. And you see, I guess he still got his gun out for some reason. But anyways, you can see that works pretty well. Let's see, do I not? Yeah, we don't have the holster gun in the Wander. If we add the holster gun to the Wander, then he will put his gun away, but we'll add that later on here. Let's just continue on with this ridiculously long script. So after shoot, we will set up the baton functions, which will be fun. So function draw baton, if baton holstered is equal to true, then baton holstered is false because we took it out. So then we're going to play the unsheath sound. Okay, so unsheath, and then we are going to holster our gun just in case it's out, and then we will do baton weld dot part 0 equals nil, and then we will move the baton to our hand. So baton C frame equals right hand dot C frame times C frame dot new, new 0 negative 0.15 negative 1.25, and then the rotation C frame dot angles 0 mat dot rad 180 0. Okay, so that's going to put our baton perfectly neatly into our hands. So we'll do baton weld dot part 0 is equal to right hand. Okay, so that's all there is to the draw baton function. That's pretty painless compared to drawing the gun. So it's like, 1/4 the size. So now we'll set up the holster baton function. So holster baton, and we will do if baton holstered is equals to false, then baton holstered is true. Then we will do the unsheath sound play. And then we'll do baton weld dot part 0 is nil. And then we will move the baton back to our torso. So baton C frame equals my root dot C frame times the offset. So C frame dot new -1 -0.8 negative, not negative, positive 0.5, and then the rotation, so C frame dot angles, and then the rotation is crazy, mat dot rad 190, mat dot rad 180, and then 0 on the Z. Okay, and then we're going to weld it, so baton weld dot part 0 equals lower torso. Okay, that is all good. So that will return the baton back to our lower torso, and it'll look great. If you remember up here, I believe we needed to, add this. So in the draw gun, we can go ahead and add the holster baton now. So we don't have the baton and the gun out at the same time. It'll look weird and crazy. Now we need another function. Pretty simple. So function holster weapons. We do holster gun, holster baton. Okay, just get both of those in there. Now we will go ahead and set up our melee attack. So melee attack target. We'll do if baton cool is equal to true. Then baton cool is false. And then we're going to do my human, move to, target position. And then we're going to play the right swing animation. And then we're going to play the hit sound. So like that's the sound when the baton makes contact with the guy's head. And then we are going to do target parent humanoid, take damage, 25 damage. Again, sounds good to me. And then we will do the cooldown. So spawn function wait 1 second cooldown for this. Baton cool equals to true end. Okay, and that's all there is to the melee attack function. So that's relatively painless. Let's go ahead and set up some general stuff. So let's set up if he dies. So we'll do my human died, connect function, little anonymous function in here, simple cleanup. So we'll do wait 15 seconds. Clone.parent, I hit caps lock. Clone.parent is workspace. So that clone we took up above, set it to workspace, then game, get service, debris, add item, script.parent. 0.1 second delay on that. So clean up our original body and then just put the clone there in our place and nobody will tell the difference. Now we will detect if we take damage. So do my human health changed. Connect function, another anonymous function in here. And then we'll do face dot. We won't change the face. Forget about that. We are going to do my human dot walk speed is equal to 25. Do we really need this? Nah, forget this. Forget that whole shebang there. Delete that. All right. So with all of that said, we already have that. Okay, so we need to upgrade our main logic here now. So so we will, let's just scrap most of this and get like a fresh start going here. So if check site target, and then we'll do if find distance from torso target is greater than 30, then my human dot walk speed is 10. So we will slowly approach. If we're greater than 30 studs away, we will slowly walk towards him. And then my human move to target dot position. Okay. And then we will do, if we're closer, then we're going to do my human dot walk speed equals 0.5. My human move to target dot position. Okay, so if we are greater than 30 studs away and we have a direct line of sight to the target, then we will approach. If we are within 30 studs, then we will very, very, very slowly approach. And basically the only reason we are still approaching is just so this guy rotates and actually faces the criminal that he's shooting at. So I will show you what I mean on that in a minute here. But let's continue on with the script. So if we have a direct line of sight to the target, we will draw our gun. And then we will aim at the target. And then we will shoot the target. Okay, in that order. And then if we don't have... I see. I made a mistake in here. So we do need another if. So we need if find distance from torso. Why did that? If find distance from torso target is greater than 15 studs, then we will shoot. If we are closer than 15 studs to the target, then we will use our baton. So we will do draw baton. And then if we are within 6 studs, we'll do find target is less than 6, then we will melee attack the target. So if we are within 6 studs, we will melee attack. If we are further than 6 studs, then we will set our human. Walk speed is 16, so we're going to be kind of like running at the target. And then we'll just do my human move to target dot position. Okay, so that should be pretty good. If we don't have a direct line of sight to the target, then we will do holster weapons. And then we'll do my human dot walk speed is 10, and then we'll do path to target. Okay. And then we will add some stuff to the wander. So we will, if we're wandering, we'll just holster our weapons. It doesn't matter if it's the gun or baton, we will put it away. And then we'll have our human walk speed 10, which is a pretty relaxed walking around speed for him to go. So let's go ahead and run this again to see how many errors we got. I'm sure we got a million because I just did a ton of typing. As you can see, he's engaging the target pretty efficiently. And you can see he put his guns away when he doesn't see the target. He's close. And you see he's using his baton now on the criminal. And he gets destroyed. He got destroyed by the criminal there. Jesus. Okay. We're gonna have to let's rename this script AI, by the way, and then we will have his respawn time be 3 seconds because this guy's getting destroyed. Okay, so let's run this through again. He engages the criminal best he can. Okay, that time he got the kill. Let's go ahead and add a couple more criminals for this guy to engage. I want to make sure the reload function is actually working. Okay, so he kills that criminal, moves on to the next ones. Alright, he engages with the baton, gets absolutely destroyed there. Okay, I guess these guys are going to the upper floors of this building. Alright, there we go. He engages with the gun. He brings out his baton. He's getting destroyed. Alright, amazing. Alright, maybe we need more cops. We probably need more cops, but and less criminals because these guys are kind of hardcore. So let's do this. We will name this guy criminal. We'll add a couple of these guys. We'll let the police just go crazy on these guys and see what happens. See, he's shooting, and you saw he's got a little bit of recoil to his gun as well. Got the muzzle flash. Okay. No, don't die. Come on, dude. Alright, well, this criminal can have a new home. New home over here. Here you go. There you go. Enjoy that luxury space, criminal. Alright, so he's engaging the targets. He should only have 15 bullets in this gun. It seems like he has more. But we are going to make sure that he only has 15. Okay, he goes in with the baton, kills him, and it looks like he's moving on to the next guy here. can see he's shooting from very far away, gets the kill. But I don't know about you guys, but that looked like more than 15 shots to me. So let's verify that this, if magazine... Yeah, so we never... So we'll do magazine equals magazine minus 1. There we go. So add that to the shoot function there. We need to have the magazine actually lose bullets as he's shooting. Let's go ahead and continue here. And as you can see, he rotates while he's shooting, and he slowly like slides towards them. That's that 0.5 walk speed I was telling you guys about. So he comes inside, he's using the baton on these guys pretty efficiently. Use the gun. As you can see, he's reloading, and he dropped that magazine that we have created there. Then he's outside again. And you can see he's just like on the hunt now for these criminals. He's got a duty to this city, and the city he will serve, and that is his only purpose. So yeah, let's get the criminals back in here. I got the criminal, and let's get some more police, I guess. Yeah, the script is pretty much good now. I don't see any errors in it from this point, so get some more police. These are figures, so we will have the police protecting these guys, and then let's go ahead and give some more crime to this city here. Let's go ahead and see what happens. You see the criminals are so fast, it's hilarious. Okay, and you see they're getting... Okay, so I added an S to the figures, and the police did not like that. Let's go ahead and remove that. There we go. Figure singular. Okay, police. These are your friends. Protect them this time. Do not murder our civilians. Okay, there you go. There go the civilians running off into La La Land. And here come the police to engage the evil criminals. As you can see, the police are trying to beat the crap out of them with their batons. It's not going too well. It's actually going pretty well. I guess I got the numbers this time, but baton versus, you know, 6-inch knife that the criminals are using is not a very good combination. The police are working pretty good though on these stairs though. This guy's getting like a top view lookout. As you can see, we got police engaging with firearms. It looks like the criminals are coming up. This guy's getting murdered in the stairwell. That was beautiful, a beautiful sight. I think the next video has got to be like Batman or something. Get Batman in here to help the police because these criminals are just like too strong. All right. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you guys for watching. I would like you guys to like and subscribe the video if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time.
Oh fuck, I can't believe you've done this. Oh fuck, I can't believe you've done this.